And we're live from Game 1 of the Season 18 playoffs in the SWBL Football League. I am Spencer Boga, and to my left is Oscar De La Hoya.
Thank you.
Oscar, say hello. Say hello to the people.
Hello, I'm Oscar De La Hoya, and I'm excited to watch this football game, but I have to leave. Bye.
And Edlo will be taking a spot. And Edlo, tell me a little bit about these two teams we got matched up today.
Well, let me tell you about these two teams. The Expos, I talked to one of their players, Brett Spencer, and he told me that he would have been happy this season with a 2-8, 3-7. He'd consider that progress. And look at them now. They're in the playoffs. They're feeling pumped up, and they have two stud pitchers launching balls all day.
Let me ask you this. Do stud pitchers matter, though, in playoffs when there's really no pitching rules? You can just ride one guy, ride and die.
Well, honestly, yeah. To have two and just to know that if something goes wrong, you can have somebody behind you is a good thing for the team to have. And I don't know.
Robert's on pace for
the Rockies
47 home runs.
Well,
Sam, let's not bring that up.
let's talk about the Rockies.
It's like 200 grand.
Hey, if you guys are gonna talk, we're trying to do a live stream here.
Hey, we're streaming here?
We're trying to stream.
Hey, I'm streaming over here.
We're streaming over here.
What is
Now I don't even want to do it.
Now, what's your outlook for the Rockies? What do you think about the team this year?
I think the Rockies is one of those teams that has a lot of playoff experience. They had a solid season, but they're probably foul ball. They're probably under the radar this year. They lost Brett to the Expos, which was a pretty big loss, but they still managed to go 6-4. So
Yeah.
you know, they added Mr. Patterson over there, Rookie of the Year candidate. Had a solid season. So
Wow.
I think as long as it's probably down to how well Blake can carry this offense today.
Sure. Well, this Blake just rips one over the fence with a great home run. I bet he felt good on that one.
Yes.
One fun fact about this Rockies team is in the franchise era, they have never not made the playoffs.
Pretty good.
I would say that's pretty good, too.
Someone said they're the only team ever to do that, but I think the Phillies Twins franchise has never not made the playoffs. Is that correct?
No, that is incorrect.
We missed the playoffs before?
Yes, we have missed the playoffs.
No, we have not.
Yes, we certainly have. So, the Rockies are the only teams who have ever done it, and that is a fact, and don't say any more about that.
I think he means like all of the franchise years.
All the franchise years.
All the franchise years, yes.
The Rays missed it once.
The Rays have missed it once.
And Chris has never missed it.
Ian Baker.
And Brian Kenny here, I really like his swing. I think he's got a lot of velocity. His launch angle is fantastic.
Tell me something about his feet. Is he a dancer or is he a prancer?
He honestly is a little bit heavy on those back heels. When he's out there, I can hear him running from about a half
Chris,
mile
why do you
away.
think Madison
He's like a goat.
He's like a goat. He's just got a move, is what I would say. And also, he may have the longest tenured cleats in the entire league. I've seen those for 15 years.
And the bat throw, I don't know if that qualifies an ejection or not, but they better be careful. They only have 4 players, so
There's a chance that the players also get very frustrated with us talking the entire time that they're batting, especially because these games matter more than the other ones. So maybe we move this camera closer and talk about it.
you know, I am surprised that Brett Spencer is not pitching against his old team. You'd think he'd want to have something to prove, but he's letting Jimmy pitch, which is, it's their call to make. But
Yes.
a lot of the fans would have loved to see that matchup of the Brett versus brother.
I agree. It's like the old Civil War, North versus South, brother versus brother.
Yeah. I would say the Rockies are probably the North, Expos are the South.
Yeah, certainly. I think everybody would agree with that wholeheartedly. But I think Jimmy did pitch against the Rockies last time and had a good game. So only they were going to see if Jimmy could repeat his prior performance.
Did he go?
No, I don't think so.
They said no.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks like we got 3-0 count. Blake may be pitching around his brother. That hat is kind of scary.
you can't talk that loud about specific things during their swings because I feel like
He wasn't swinging.
Well,
Blake was picking up a ball.
agree to disagree on that. So,
And it sounds like we got a tree there.
it's a tree ball.
And that tree hit is brought to you by Nighthawk.
Hawker Tree Service.
Nighthawk 3000.
2 or 3.
We are currently announcing a game, Stephen. We will talk afterwards. So,
And Steve Hayes rudely interrupts the broadcast for personal reasons, and he does not care about anyone watching. And Brett with a long shot. This game is tied up at 1.
man,
You know, Brett's playoff experience, I think, really is going to help settle this Expos offense. You know, we always notice in the playoffs, teams get a little tense. They kind of tighten up a little bit.
Yeah.
Not so far.
See, personally, being a member of the playoffs currently playing, and Steve just apparently decides to stand right in front of a home run. So,
Yeah, and there's another gone ball.
another gone ball.
Another gone ball. It's kind of like Gone Girl. It's an intense
Yes.
movie that is getting a lot of awards.
And that is your catchphrase. Gone ball, correct?
Yeah. You know,
Yes.
some guys go bang.
No.
I go gone ball.
Gone ball. And Steve, for the 7th time in a row, decides to keep walking in front of the camera. So
He
I
wants
prefer
some.
if
He wants
didn't do it.
some FaceTime. He wants his 15 minutes of fame
Yeah, and
on the live stream.
And I would sincerely prefer if he would stop doing that. So
I'm not relevant on Mondays very often.
no.
Do not cut that out so the A's do not hear that.
Steve
I think
Hayes,
Steve might be leaving the A's to play for the Braves from now on.
Steve Hayes has been in the playoffs one time previously, and they did make it to the championship to tragically lose to. Who did they lose to again?
I don't think the A's are going to come
The
back.
Twins.
Oh, my team. That's right.
Or was it the Phillies? It was the Phillies at
It
the
was
time.
probably
Played last
the
year.
Phillies, but we absolutely destroyed them, and they should not have been there, as a lot of people said.
I honestly didn't remember that until Carl told me. I think he did.
What do you think about Blake's pitching style? I really think he's got a lot more right to left movement than a lot of other people do.
He does. And I also don't think we're talking loud enough.
Now you probably messed up the camera angle. That's fine. Okay, that is fine. Did somebody tell you? We're not
Oh,
talking
he's going
about-
for the long one, and it
Ooh.
stays in play.
Keeps it in play.
Saves a ball there.
Cheeky pitch there from Blake.
And I need to eat something. I haven't eaten since yesterday.
You do sound delirious, and you're not making much sense. You're just kind of you haven't eaten anything since yesterday.
Yesterday dinner.
You do have a wife. She could maybe bring you something to eat.
She wouldn't do that.
She would not
My
do
wife.
that.
My wife. Great person, but I wouldn't even ask her to do that. She's at home recovering.
Well, I have been told that you have to get quite drunk to take a full day with your family.
It's true.
You're allowed to. You're allowed to agree. I am not.
I know, I'm just seeing if you kind of them.
And the Expos are getting rowdy over there. They're they're a little uneasy.
We ask a question, we get dumped.
We're trying to tell the fans what's going on.
Right?
We're trying to tell the fans what's going on.
That
Yes.
we're getting rowdy and we ask a question.
Isn't that
Yes.
Spencer Bogue
when
had
aren't the
flying
Expos
TV.
really rowdy?
They're getting amped up.
He just wants to build up his
Made
tension.
for TV is what it is.
The Expos, they're taking their clothes off. The whole
go.
team
Now
is
there's
now
some problems.
naked.
I'm about to jump into
Brett Spencer has a chainsaw.
Spencer, put the chainsaw down, sir.
Now, I will say, last night we played Germer, and Germer had two huge home runs yesterday, and he had 2 walk-off home runs, two runs to put him up. So they
Two
call him-
walk-off home runs or 2 RBIs?
he had 2 home runs to send them to extras.
Oh.
Twice in 2 different games. So
You're gonna get there. You're gonna get there.
they're starting to call him
I
Clutch
am safe.
Gene Germer.
Hey, yo.
We do not make calls. They can make any call they would like.
From the broadcast booth, he looks safe. It looks like that's what they're calling him.
But we have no official word, and we will not be yelled at currently.
He was safe. He was safe.
Yeah, you saved.
Sam Bakula willing to go out and get in between 2 teams and make a call. So I'm glad somebody's willing to do it.
Yeah, and you know, we always get asked to do these things. We love it, but has been a long first inning, and I'm really tired. So
This game is incredibly boring to me. I would rather be anywhere but here.
yeah, I would rather be in the outfield, maybe in the trees,
Uh-huh.
like finding some nuts or something.
Now, Spencer, tell me. Yes, that's true. Tell me what you think about the weather this year. Do you prefer it to Memorial Day?
Well, this is only my second day here, so it's kind of hard to say.
And you were asleep all day yesterday, so you did not know about the weather yesterday.
I would say it's better than usual. We should definitely keep it Memorial Day so I can come, but
Yeah.
better than usual.
But Memorial Day, it does seem like it's rained every single year for the past decade or so. So it just seems like we're unlucky on that front. But it's been lovely weather. I don't play in the field, so I don't have to get too much sun, and I've reapplied 6 times since sitting down. Blake has a great pitch to end the inning. We probably need to see the score more often. I think that was something that they didn't like. So
And the score is 2-1, heading to the top of the second here. We have a ball pickup break that is brought to you by the Bernstein Bears, which some people say it's pronounced a different way. Have you heard that conspiracy?
No, I have not.
They say it's pronounced Bernstein Bears.
I do not think that's true.
You've never looked at that YouTube video?
No.
You need to look that up after we're done. Anyone here?
I believe it's Bernstein.
Bernstein Bears, but I've always called it Bernstein Bears.
That's incorrect.
Chris, have you heard that conspiracy?
And I actually knew it all along.
JC Penney's with an extra E.
Yeah, J.C. Penney's has an extra E in it. Never knew it.
Spencer, let me ask you, how many rookies are there this year?
There's 3, and that's why there's a top 3 rookie of the year. No, there's actually a whole team of Marlins.
They have not played before?
Only Luke Bacula's played.
So one of them is going to win Rookie of the Year?
I think he is.
Patterson is far and away
I guess.
the best performance of a rookie this season.
I haven't been here, so again, I'm the wrong guy to ask.
You seem to be bringing that up a lot. Is
My
that a
eyes
sore
are
subject for
killing
you?
me. Yeah, if I was here, we'd have more fun because you would like me.
I don't know if I fully agree on that. What's wrong with your eyes?
They just bother me. You're sensitive.
I'll tell you what, that the Monday morning tornado alarm was
He's 25
absolutely.
and no one else.
I think that's what put us over the top because before that happened, we were only up by 2.
Is that true?
And then we ended up winning by.
Brett was incredible this week.
Wow. Yeah, no, I actually have very sensitive ears, and everybody does know that, and that's an out for the first out of the inning in the top of the second here, and the score is 2-1 Expos.
He's going more than 30 innings, though.
2-1 Expos.
Do you have a personal team that you're rooting for this game?
In this game, so I have to put off my competitiveness hat on who I'd rather play, because that's never a question everybody wants to answer. You don't want to disrespect anybody. But I will say, I just like the way the Rockies play wiffle ball. But then I also like the Expos up-and-coming story. So to me, I have no favorite.
You hope they tie.
I hope they tie. I hope the end score is fun to fun.
And they both go home.
I hope they both go home. No injuries, and everybody
No one wins.
Yes. And I am needing to reapply on sunscreen here soon.
And that pitch almost went out of the whole field there. Looks like Jimmy's pitches have some late movement today. They're moving pretty good, and they're moving and grooving.
Yeah. As far as style goes, I really do think Kyle Breida has the best personal style of anybody. I like he's got the colored shorts, he's got the really nice shoes. I really like that. And what word did I say incorrectly? And I really just enjoy the way that I think he probably spends a couple hours picking out outfits.
Getting ready.
Yeah. And
He gets up at 4 a.m.
I'm not positive if he is. He might have a little concealer on. I don't know. But I really like what he's doing with it.
He goes tanning.
Spencer, who do you think is the worst dressed in the league? And Kyle Breida takes a walk. We have 1 out in the top of the second. Expos lead 2-1.
I really hate to say it. It's probably a tie between Chris Metter and John Light, because John Light has those awful pants, and Chris has holes all on his shirt, and he wears the same shirt.
Interesting. Well, that's a foul ball down the left field line. I just don't know if John realizes. Does he just not feel temperature? Because those are sweatpants. Those are full-on sweatpants, and they're hot.
I think he likes them because he doesn't have to take them off when he wants to go poop or pee. There's holes in both sides.
At some point, do your pants become more whole than actual pants?
Yeah, I think it's more just cloth at this point that's just attached to him.
Interesting. And what's amazing to me is he's had the same size. Oh my gosh. That's a wild pitch. It sends Kyle Breida to second. He's had the same exact size holes in those pants since he started 3 years ago. How have they not gotten bigger? How has he not torn them larger?
I think he is growing still. So the pants, it's really him that's getting larger and making the holes look smaller.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's like a forced perspective kind of.
It is. Yeah, especially from this angle. He's standing lower than us. We got the higher ground.
Yeah. Spencer, are you a coffee drinker?
Love coffee.
That's a strikeout to end the top of the second.
I drink a lot of breakfast blend type coffees.
Nice. Heading into the bottom of the second, the score is
2-1.
I absolutely feel like I couldn't get my sneeze out because you said the score and I wanted to. It's 2-1 Expos.
And just a reminder for everyone out there, the Texas Longhorns play next Saturday against the University of Texas El Paso.
Oh wow, UTLP. They are a storied franchise, and I think the Texas Longhorns are really brave to take them on.
Yeah, you know, we pay our kids well.
I'm going to take a sunscreen break. Spencer, go ahead and riff for a little bit. I meant just talk about a subject, and you decided to scat.
And we got Jimmy Nelson up at the plate. The pitcher on the mound, and he goes. Oh, looked like it had a chance.
Wow, that thing had a hot start up there.
He just died.
He hit me with a full handful, right? Isn't this what we needed down here? That is exactly what we needed. Ball is dead. Good cut, good cut. Go ahead.
And Blake Spencer still on the mound here. Got a score of 2-1. That pitch just misses. And Evan Close is up at the plate. Solid 3-hitter for the Expos. Swinging a foul tip back. You know, this has been a different type of weekend, but all in all, it still has been a great weekend for wiffle ball, fun and games. And Evan puts it right into it, but it's foul, hits off the tree. And what I was saying was it was a great weekend nonetheless, even with the changes we had to implement.
Wow,
we're all happy to be here.
What an empty platitude. You know, one interesting fact about Evan is that he's never eaten corn on the cob.
Evan likes that cream corn. I like cream corn too. It's very delicious.
I don't know if I've ever had creamed corn.
Really?
No.
It's kind of like a milky cream with the corn.
You are doing a horrible job of making this sound appetizing.
It's really good. If you like Southern cooking,
okay,
it's a sight to see. It's definitely a Thanksgiving thing.
Oh, and Evan takes one deep to left field, extending the lead to 3-1 Expos in the bottom of the second.
These Expos are not messing around. They are here and they are there.
I just wonder if they have just a different mentality. I think that if they really lock in and go for it, they are obviously a playoff team and a good.
Let me ask you this: do you think the Expos want to win?
I think the Expos would love to.
They have been comfortable being the underdog for all these years, and if they win, they are no longer an underdog. That's a whole new type of pressure.
That comes with pressure to win games. They haven't had pressure to perform as a playoff team in quite some time. But
that is right.
I don't know. They seem.
There you go, Firm. Get up.
Oh shit!
Ooh, right?
Kyle Breida attempts to rob a home run and
that extends the lead to 4-1. These Expos are not messing around.
4-1 Expos, bottom of the second. This has been a great game so far. And like I said, this game goes with Germer. Germer has a good game. The Expos have a good game.
You know that the saying always says, you're as good as your number 4 hitter.
You're as good as your number 4 hitter.
Your number 4 hitter is hitting very well today.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that was a great pitch. And I think these Rockies are starting to get a little bit nervous because the Expos are extending.
You know what? If there was ever a team that would be down 4-1 in the bottom of the second that could come back, it would be these fighting Rockies. It's just in their DNA. They do not die. They don't die. They just fight. Fight or flight. Flight is not even an option. It's just fight.
Yes. Spencer, who won the championship last year?
The Yankees.
Oh no, that's bad for everybody. But I want to say, I think as far as just playing high quality wiffle ball constantly, I think the Rockies have one of the best track records for it. Every single year they're just sneaky 8-2, 7-3, and that's a strikeout from Blake to end the bottom of the second.
Dollar for Ruben Brown.
Going into the top of the third, the score is 4-1.
4-1. Scores 4-1 heading to the top of the third. We got ourselves a little pitcher's duel.
It seems like the playoffs just always really are low-scoring games.
Low-scoring games. People are cautious. They also don't want to disrespect their friends, so they just take it easy on each other.
Yes, they don't want to hit too many home runs.
They don't want to hit too many home runs.
And I guess you're also seeing the most elite pitchers go against the most elite pitchers, right?
That's right. None of those garbage games.
Yes, we had a whole season to figure out who the good pitchers are, and that's who we throw.
So that's why both Edlo and I are both pitching at the same time in our game.
Yes. I am left-handed now, and Spencer's right-handed, and we call it the gauntlet, and it so far has given us an undefeated record.
You can either give up 2 home runs or get 2 outs all at the same time.
Yeah,
it's pretty exhilarating.
It is a good time. I would love to see a 2-armed pitcher. And by that, I mean Brian Kenny dribbles out to the pitcher, 1 out in the top of the third. Score is
this pitching is is a tough drag.
Yeah, Jimmy has really turned it on this year and become one of the more elite pitchers. I mean, that knuckleball, if it's on, it's a tough pitch to navigate, you know?
It is.
For some, not for me personally, but for some.
And Patterson with a drive, and it's out of here.
Needed that.
Here you go, Patty.
That takes the score to 4-2 in
That's the fence that Breida made shorter. Breida made it shorter.
Good job, Patty.
And our updated score is 4-2 here in the top of the third.
Wow. That
Kyle
really,
Breida, who is, they call him Clutch Kyle in the playoffs.
Kyle the Clutchman.
Probably put him back at second base.
Yeah. And
Make it shorter.
a little bit of joking out there, but
That was a nasty pitch. Jimmy there.
yeah, I think
Who's your favorite wiffle ball photographer of all time?
so me personally, I take some really good.
If you can't choose
shots.
yourself, who's your favorite wiffle ball photographer?
I think Chad Gritman one time brought his camera out and took plenty of great photos. He had that really cool thing where you move the camera around and it doesn't move because it's weighted. You know, so that puts him over the top for me. Great pitch by Jimmy. It's just when that knuckleball comes in, you just never know. And I've talked to Jimmy and he doesn't know where it's going either, and that's what makes it so deadly. Spencer, I think I need to
It's
develop
taken him a
knuckleball.
couple years to figure that out too. It's not something you can just do overnight. It's a lot of practice.
Yeah, I think I am going to develop a knuckleball for next year. I think
should.
I think that would be.
I mean, the Twins didn't want to say it, but you cannot do anything right. So if you could do that right, that would be.
That seems like harsh criticism to the man who hit the second most home runs in the league.
Yeah, I mean, it took you 10 games to do it.
And score update is we are at 4-2 in the bottom of the third. And that Patterson home run, they really needed that. I think that if they would have gone 0 for 2 in those first two at bats, it would have been. Oh, what a pitch from Blake. That's 2 strikes on Jimmy. And I will say, I don't think anybody's told Jimmy, but his hat is just really askew at this point.
And Jimmy's a scientist, is it?
Is he?
Yes.
What is he science?
I was hoping you knew that.
I heard that he works on frogs.
He might.
He's an amphibianologist.
He works with Alex Jones on the frogs.
Okay. Blake is really humming those in there. And I really like, I mean, when Blake has his left to right, or right-handed batter coming in there, it can go 3 or 4 feet, and it is hard. I
There's a
mean,
lot of movement on it.
you think it's going to hit you, and the next thing you know, it's hitting the dang strike zone.
Dang. The way you approach this type of pitchers, you scoot up way in the box.
Oh, wow.
Way in the box, hit it before it curves.
Yeah. Or let
If
it
it's going to
hit
hit the zone, it's going to hit you.
That's interesting. That's interesting. And as we see Jimmy rip one right at Brian Kenny. Brian Kenny, how's his fielding been this year? Do you know?
I have not been here, so.
Interesting. I did not know that. I have not heard that yet. You could have, you know, some would have just made it up and said he's been good. But you went
Brian
the route.
Kenny is one of the elite defenders in this league, and I'm sure he's having a great season.
See, that is what a perfect. Oh, wow. Smoked one just left of the foul pole. Gosh, he really went out and got that one, too. That's a high pitch.
Now, some would say that's a good idea to try to hit a home run.
I would say so.
I would agree with that.
I think when you know, given the option of home run or out, I would say home run would be my choice. What about you, buddy?
I would agree with that statement.
Interesting. What's your favorite song?
Flow by Flow Rida.
Ah, interesting. Did you know Flo Rida is also Florida?
Yes, and that's where he's from.
You did not.
He's from Jacksonville, Florida.
You actually did not know that, so.
I did.
Oh, and Evan takes one.
I remember when I
Oh,
first learned that, though. I was amazed. It's like, whoa.
that is
Flo Rida.
that is 2 outs to end the bottom of the third. We're headed to the top of the fourth. The score update is 4-2.
4-2 here. Let's see if the Rockies got a little bit of that vintage Rocky luster.
The luster, the bluster, and man, they've got the muster.
And if you think about a hitter from the Rockies, he'd one up in this situation. You really can't think of anyone other than Blake Spencer.
Okay.
Maybe Brett Spencer, but he's no longer.
Can I please redo that thing I did earlier?
Sure.
The luster, the bluster, and past that mustard. Blake is a real hot dog.
Oh, daddy.
Yeah, that took me a little bit, but I did get
That ball
there.
is moving so much. There's got a lot of movement on that pitch.
You can't really see, and
That's
he
the
does.
pitch you need to hit.
Oh, that's a single. That is a single.
You
Blake
need to
thought
hit-
better of it.
You have to hit him
Yeah.
when he throws the slider. If
He
you
does
don't-
have his left to right. Although, me personally, I faced Jimmy yesterday and went 5 for 5 with 3 home runs on every knuckleball. So, Brian Kenny goes up. He's hoping for the tree, and it does hit tree. It's guaranteed a single. Oh my gosh, that's a dead ball, sending Blake back to third.
Blake goes back to third.
Let him
Let him figure that out.
There's two good
Let him figure that
players
out. Wait. They'll figure it out on their own. And if not, they get a run.
It's a dead ball, I believe, isn't it? Okay, I guess he scored.
Expos conceded a run. The score now is 4-3.
No argument from the Expos on that one.
The score is now 4-3.
I think he's supposed to go back. Not my rule to call.
4-3 in the top of the fourth.
Not even close.
4-3 in the top of the fourth is the score. Oh, and Patterson is up. And remember, Patterson's last at bat was a home run that brought them 4-2. So he could have a little bit more of the magic stick.
Let me ask you, if that was you running from first base, would you have tried to go for second, or would you have stayed at first base?
Listen, they do need runs, and the Rockies have never played wiffle ball.
Oh, and
Michael
Patterson is back, and he ties it up 4-4.
Oh my gosh. That's
Top of the
looking
fourth
nice.
inning.
God, he's put 2 charges into one, and you gotta feel like he's excited.
You gotta feel like he's seen the ball well today.
Yes, and you know, when you get in that hole, 2 straight home runs, and Breida grounds out to end the inning, but you gotta think that they really did need
They needed that inning there. We head to the bottom of the fourth. It's 4-4. We got a pitcher's duel here. You know, it's really hard to 4-4.
No, Chris, I think it's bottom 4.
It's bottom 4. Let us call the game, sir.
Say a word.
Yeah, 1 word too many. So it is bottom 4, 4-4? It's
Bottom
not a 4.
My senses tell me it's bottom 4, 4-4. And 4-for-4 meal at Wendy's, sponsor of the 4th inning when it's 4-4.
And it's actually a funny story. Eggerstrom's birthday is
April 4th,
April 4th,
2004.
2004. Yeah.
1904.
1904, which was a World's Fair, and they actually created the hot dog, the waffle, and iced tea. All in that
The
year.
rapper? All that year?
Yes, that's true. Iced tea is a good Twitter follow.
I like it when he just says F you.
Yeah, he calls out the punks and says, "This is my Twitter page. Get off of it." And like another score update, it is 4-4 in the bottom of the fourth. Eggerstrom's birthday is April 4th. Oh, Eggerstrom takes it right. And that is still in play, but it is a guaranteed single for
And that
Eggs.
Rocky defense there prevented that home run.
I'll tell you what. I
Those
think
pesky pine trees, I tell you what, they come in and they'll either make you happy or make you sad. Very
some say this
polarizing.
Some say the story of the Expos season has been Jimmy's pitching, but to me, it really is Eggerstrom's batting.
His clutch hitting is coming big.
I'm not going to say in other years he was a guaranteed out, because he wasn't. He still had good hard at bats, but this year, he goes up there, and it's a possibility that he's going to get a home run every time he's up. And he's clutch.
And Brett has no disrespect for the Skitty's backyard.
Wow.
My perception of has changed dramatically since then. I think 3.
And this whole break is brought to you by St. Louis Excavators.
This whole break is brought to you by Shia LaBeouf.
Holes is this movie. That's correct. Wow, really good job.
Great commentating.
And we have fans. We'll be signing autographs for anyone
Oh,
who is wanting one after the game.
Brett took a really good hack on that, but I do agree with him. When I'm standing up there, it seems for some reason, you would think that the most common batting positions would be the biggest holes, but I swear I'm standing up there, and I don't know who stands where those holes are. Or somebody
Yes,
just
but
cutting
you
in.
are an abnormally. Your body is not normal.
You were going to call me tall and handsome, but you didn't say it, so.
You're abnormally handsome, and
Okay.
I think that has a big part of where you step when you swing.
Score update is 4-4 in the bottom of the fourth.
Count is 5-2 to Brett Spencer.
And we should mention that this is Spencer versus Spencer.
Spencer versus Spencer, and Spencer's commenting. I'll take this one, Edlo. And we've got a trifecta of Spencers here in the pitch, and it just misses inside.
Wow. I
I
think
believe
this
we have a
count is-
6-2 count.
Yeah, wow. One more ball and then it's a full count. And that's when the
I don't know. I think he lives out of town.
we are being talked. They're talking too loud to our left. Thank you. Oh, Brett goes
Who said
and that just lands foul. He kicks it foul.
Who said we're talking too loud?
They are talking too loud. The people to our left, Spencer, are talking too loud, and I wish they would just shut up. This has been a great at bat so far. The count is 6-2.
Let me ask you a question.
Score is
I know this is a
4-4,
big
top of the
moment.
bottom
This,
of
I
the
got an important question. If
Okay.
the A's did play this year, what do you think their record would have been?
Truly unbiased here. They're playing without Luke. Luke started his own team. I don't know
I don't know if they would have scored.
I don't see any wins.
I don't
see any wins on that schedule.
I'm looking at their schedule. I'm looking up and down, and I don't see a single team that they do beat. Oh, Brett hits one right high in the air. The wind might take that one, but the Platinum Fielder, Brian Kenny camps under it, and that ball doesn't fall on the ground very often.
And you know, if everyone at home wants to know what just happened, there was a fly out. I know Ella was talking, but fly out. BK almost dropped it to get the double play, but they called infield fly, so he caught it. So we've got one out, man on first here.
I believe that's exactly what I said, word for word. You seem not to be listening. You should get some water.
I was watching the play.
We have one out in the bottom of the fourth. The score is 4-4. And Jimmy hits one into the air. There's a lot of wind in that one too.
Fly and right to BK, and we go 4-4 to the top of the fifth.
I would actually prefer if they scored one run here to get 5-5, bottom 5, but it's up to anybody. Wow.
Take a look at the bags we played with yesterday at my family reunion. Oh my lord. We won't say it for the children at home, it'd be harmful.
It is a picture of a cartoon dog on all fours.
Riding a unicycle.
Wow. Not for the kids.
And you know, the Rockies have up the guy you probably want up in this situation, Blake Spencer.
Blake
He's got an opportunity to take the lead.
Perennial all-star.
And he lined down the, and it goes over the fence.
Gosh. And he hits a home run.
5-4, the Rockies take the lead.
Wow, what a, and for the viewers at home, that hit the top of the fence and just trickled over there. So
what a turn of events here.
Wow, wow. That's all I can say. Spencer,
All I can say is wow.
Wow. And BK's up. He's looking to extend that lead. They really do need another run here. And these Expos, they've had some magic. So they would really love to have it. You know who I'm up? I'm really wanting to get Patterson back up to bat if I'm these Rockies. So
that's true. He's been a catalyst for their team.
He's been a catalyst, and that is a good word. Ooh, great cut from BK. Yeah, that ball just danced around it. I don't think there's anything he could have done.
Do you think it's dancing or do you think it's prancing?
And that's a strikeout for Jimmy. And at this point, I don't feel like there needs to be the bell rung, but Sam does continue to ring it, considering we're not taking stats. But Patterson's up, and he has a hit with right to Brett for the second out.
A nice hit, but right at him, and we go to the bottom of the fifth. This is where the game